The thing is, being in North Carolina, having to deal with hearing Mark Robinson's punk.
Bruh.
Mark Robinson's punk is everywhere in this state, on the news all the time. If you are not in the state of North Carolina right now, consider yourself lucky. You are free from Mark's whole
election.
Yeah, about two.
I wanted to get into Mark Robinson suing CNN.
Go.
Y'all heard about that? He's suing CNN for $50 million.
He
He ain't gonna win it.
He ain't getting nothing.
Okay, I was watching a press conference on it earlier today just to kind of get a better understanding of it. So he's filed a defamation lawsuit here in Wake County, and he's called this a digital lynching. He's seeking $50 million.
Clarence Thomas famously once said he was the victim of high-tech lynching. Well, it looks like Mark Robinson is too.
He's seeking $50 million.
He really called it a digital lynching?
Yeah,
A
first
digital
she said,
lynch.
I hate
first,
this
This is a digital lynching.
first she said there was no such thing as slavery. Now you gonna talk. Now
Then
you
he
gonna
said
talk.
Oh,
Right,
for being slave.
right. Now you talking about it's a digital lynch. Shut the.
I gotta play. Look, I gotta
Man,
play
get
the card
outta here.
now. Like
Man,
they
yeah.
lynching me.
Now they lynch you.
Now-
Shut the. You like you said, it was no such thing as when he was talking. Ain't no such thing as slavery.
They lynching me now.
Like, come on, dude. Y'all, bruh.
Tim Scott, the Mark Robinson. I tell you, bro, my life has been something else.
All you gotta.
Tim
All you
Scott
got.
would never though.
Okay,
Tim Scott would
Tim Scott would
never.
never.
I got the details.
And that's some bullshit. Even I know Tim Scott would never go to that.
I got the details in a press conference.
That is pathetic. What
with
the?
this there. So they're basically suing CNN, trying to say that CNN released these details to maliciously hurt his campaign on purpose, which is true.
I mean, what you think they released? it for?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean that's a given, but he's also trying to say CNN did not
Hold on.
confirm the true identity.
Mark Robinson. Psst. CNN released that tape on Puffy to hurt him as well.
Yeah.
Just letting you know.
Right,
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
Puffy's a billionaire.
Look,
Yeah.
psst, just letting you know they released that.
Right, like,
information
come
on
on,
So
Puffy.
yeah, they basically are trying to say that CNN didn't properly verify where this information came from because the post magically got deleted the next day. And what they're trying to say is, how can you report and say it's me when you didn't properly investigate?
Is it true?
Because that's what I'm saying.
Is it true?
But we
He
are.
never denied it. He's
Well-
just saying it was misuse of information.
Yeah, but we already done discussed. We
yeah.
already discussed that plenty of them put their name on. it.
Yeah, it's like caught jerking off a
They
pizza.
putting 10 toes down on this.
About courts, especially the court of public opinion.
Yeah.
Once it's out in the court of public opinion,
Yeah.
and we rule
it's
on
done.
it,
He's-
we're
I-
guilty.
man,
I've been
Fuck
talking.
this nigga.
I've been talking about this shit for a whole month,
Court of
man.
public opinion is ruled.
Once as a black, if you black or brown, if they say you look like, and everybody gonna jump on that, shit, you fucked up.
Court of public opinion is ruled.
That's
It's
why I
over.
say you got to be careful about what you say, what you do, what you put out there, because the media and the internet is a beast.
Of course.
I'm gonna say this: it couldn't have happened to a better person, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he
did-
deserved it.
He deserved it because he got
deserved
on some viral. You
So
feel what
you
I'm saying?
deserve- you got
so
what you had
it
covered.
came full circle. You
Yep.
just didn't learn. Like, see, this is another prime example when I was talking about the Lizzo situation. Someone get propelled, placed in a situation, whether it's by choice or not, whether it's hard work or by luck. The fact of the matter is, if your mental state and in some cases physical state matches with the energy that you're doing where you at, it comes full circle. In this case, he didn't handle that shit, carefully, and now that blow up in his face. Now he will never fall off because see, one, he have his hardcore followers in and around the state and across the United States. Mark Roberts have his followers. If this do right, he can image himself to where he can get money and always be straight. That's only the thing outside the box. You know what I'm saying? Which I don't think so, because like I said, he got up here on a humbug. You feel what I'm saying?
We'll see.
Okay, so in the defamation lawsuit, it's saying in writing, the lawsuit blames the use of Robinson's handle and email address on being hacked. So now he's saying he was hacked, and any person could have purchased or used his data to create accounts all over the internet. That's what his legal team wrote. And the lawsuit also alleged that CNN was reckless in their decision to share the story, saying they chose to publish this despite knowing or recklessly disregarding the data was previously compromised by data breaches. So what they're trying to do is say they were hacked. and that this data that CNN published on Mark Robinson wasn't verified to be true. They're not saying it was false. They're just saying it
Well,
wasn't
we'll see.
true.
We'll see how the case plays out, but it's too late. It's over. CNN done buried.
Done, bro. If you
CNN did
and see,
you.
this is how you know it's some bullshit. The first day that CNN dropped that, you'd have had that lawsuit out right there the next day,
Exactly.
within 24 to 48 hours.
Oh, they had to do some. Yeah, I know.
Right, that's what I'm saying. What I'm
cleaning
saying, if it was real, what Mark Roberts saying is, when CNN dropped this story, your legal team would have been on it within 24 to 40 hours with this lawsuit, et cetera, et cetera. You done came. It's all, the campaign is over with. The election is 2 weeks away, and now you come out with a lawsuit. You found a dumbass law firm that's willing to stand up and put their name on this bullshit. Because you're
That's
willing
what
to pay them
lawyers
money,
do.
they're gonna take your money.
Lawyers, that's what lawyers do. We're gonna take this
We're gonna
money.
take your money, even though we know you're gonna lose. We're gonna take your money.
We taking it.
One other thing I wanted to mention about Mark Robinson, we got he was at what was that, diabetic center. I just wanted to show people outside of
How
North Carolina
stupid
what
is
type of we're dealing with here. Mark Robinson went to meet a bunch of elderly diabetics to discuss healthcare costs and ended up snapping on the motherfuckers there.
Somebody's blood sugar's low. I know that sound. Somebody's eating too many French fries in here. They look good. I might join you right now. You can do it, area. Yep.
When we gonna make diabetes supplies affordable?
Huh? Me
As a
too.
type 1,
Me
I'd
too.
like to spend less than $800 on blocks of insulin.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you try pushing through legislation for that?
We might try to do that. We can do that, and your legislatures will write the bill and pass it. We'll get it passed, and we'll sign it.
Republicans have always all voted no on that. Only Democrats have voted yes for lowering.
I don't know whether or not I agree with that wholeheartedly. You'd have to show me where Republicans refuse to let people pay less for medicine and more for medicine. So, yeah, that was gonna be my next statement. Nobody came here to see you, so please be quiet.
Yes, sir.
You guys don't let me answer good, hard questions. I get it. You just want an echo.
Sit down. You get out of here.
We want you to leave. That's what we want.
Yeah, so that was Mark Robinson punking an elderly diabetic.
Ain't nobody
came here to
see you. I'm just glad that election's over. I can't say.
I
it
can't wait
anymore.
for it to be
Hey,
over.
he
I
died
can't
on the
say it
sword,
anymore.
man. He going out. He going out.
He going out like a G.
He going out like a
Going
G,
out on
man.
his shield.
You cannot sit here and knock him for what he doing. He like we just said.
What is he doing?
Ride it till the wheels
we
fall
did.
off.
He going out. He like, y'all gonna
wheels
paint
fall
me
off.
like this? I'm going out how I
Ride
want
it till
to.
the wheels fall off.
What kind of way is he going out?
Like a bitch. First of all, lose about 100 pounds first. You know what I'm saying? Do that, because you sound like you about to then have a heart attack trying to tell somebody off. That old person sound like they were more in shape. They were more vibrant than your ass.
If I had a thought about it, I would have done some digging and found somebody who knew him from back in the A&T days.
Yeah.
And got a little background. How
Who
did
was he
act?
at A&T?
Didn't he go?
Yeah, he went to A&T.
Yeah.
Him and his
No, I
wife.
said he was there for a year. I just want to know what year.
I
Was he
can't
there?
remember, but I just want to get somebody who knew him back in school to just tell me how he was back.
He was a no. He was
Did he
no.
pay for-
He was a nobody, dog.
Was he the same person?
No,
like-
he was a nobody. That's the whole thing. They just caught. Look, see, the problem was with people not understanding is they just. The problem is. The problem is what I'm saying is they caught him. The cameras caught him on the right day. He was sitting there talking. Point I'm trying to get to. The cameras caught him on the right day. The nigga, you feel what I'm saying? And them boys was like, hey, listen, that right there look like he can tap dance for us. You feel what I'm saying? He fell in line. And like I said, when they didn't do their investigation on his cat. I promise you, he was one of them A&T that you ain't never heard of.
Is he out? Will we never hear from him again after this?
Yeah, you will, because remember, he was in the second highest position in the state. You feel what I'm saying? So he got his hardcore followers within the state, even outside the state. So as long as he transform whatever his image is going to be or whatever he's going to do.
Will he make another run at
Yes, he will.
governor?
He probably could.
He probably will. He don't know when to
make
quit.
another run at governor. he gonna make another run. Like, so I can expect to see.
Well,
him,
it all depends
what
on.
is it, 2 years or 4
Four,
years?
four.
4.
Shout out to the
so I can
chat.
expect to see him in another 4 years.
Yeah.
Again.
If he, like I said, if he transform himself, if that lose 100 pounds, I'm telling you, if Mark Roberts, if you listen to me, I'm telling you the blueprint. I'm telling you how your fat ass can get back in the race. If you lose 100 pounds, I'm telling you, if the lose 100 pounds, bruh,
He back.
he back, bruh,
He back.
Nigga, telling you, you
Okay.
lose. Hey, listen, you lose 100 pounds,
New image.
new image, tone it down just a little bit, make more sense of shit. He can be right back in this shit.
Because people have short
they got-
memories.
look.
Yeah.
Trump sent his goons to the Capitol, dog.
No, on top of that,
Like,
if
come
Trump-
on.
If Trump lose this one, he'll be back again for the next election.
No, he ain't.
No,
They
Trump
are not
done.
investing
Trump
in
done.
an
Trump done.
86-year-old.
If
Trump
Trump,
is done.
if Trump lose this,
If he
it's
wins,
over.
it don't matter.
It's
it don't matter
over
if he
with.
wins or loses. He's
It's
done.
over.
If Trump
It's over.
He's done.
It's over.
He's going to make a run again.
It's nothing.
done.
He's done because he's over. He's over
go-
80 years old.
That can't sit down without a.
They're not going to.
What
I'm telling
saying
you.
He's
is
done.
the
No,
way
bruh.
he has
No.
this party wrapped
No.
around his finger
This is
right now.
no. See, you misreading this whole. Number one, this is his last hurrah.
God damn.
Look,
Sorry.
see, look, here we go. Hey, look, see, here we go. That's a live review. Pause right quick.
Yeah.
All right. So what we doing here, we got to understand what's at stake here. Trump, on the other hand, he has a lot at stake. Number one, if he don't win, going to jail. Remember, he's already convicted, people. 34 felonies. So the Supreme Court said we holding off his sentencing, after the election. So if he loses, he's going to jail. Ain't no running no more. They can right here. All the big wig Republicans, billionaires who really want to get Trump out of the way, this would be their time to get his ass out of the way. And they can reshape and
The party the
reform
way
the
they
party
want it.
back the way they wanted to.
Yeah.
And all them,
This
all
would be the chance.
And all the MAGA. Because remember, how did MAGA came in?
They're gonna
came in-
reshape it behind whatchamacallit. I
yeah,
think
but
they're
listen
gonna go
though,
behind
MAGA,
Haley.
hold on. The MAGA folks were see, maybe lost my thought. They were the Tea Party, like before when Trump
Evolved into MAGA.
Right, exactly. Because when
Yeah.
Obama came in presidency,
Tea
they
Party
were the Tea
evolved
Party,
into
and then
MAGA.
the Tea Party evolved into MAGA.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
So it's just a party. It's a party.
It's, right, exactly. So all the ones who've been wanting to get Trump ass out of the way, the Republicans, if he loses, which they really banking, look how many Republicans is going
They
with.
want him to lose.
Look how
they
look,
want him to
You
lose.
never listen. In my short history on this earth, I have never seen so many former aides of the president, as well as the damn other Republicans, going silent with a Democrat. So
Okay.
we must have a live review because, Dub over there,
he
he just
couldn't
can't.
wait.
He just
He
can't
couldn't
hold
wait.
himself. What we talking about over there? What the drink talking about?
No. What I was gonna say, I wanted to give a shout out to the chat because the chat is kicking right
Oh,
now.
shout
out
to
to
Fresh
chat.
Veggies.
Fresh
Said,
veggie.
Buddha's over there killing the chicken.
Homie killing chicken.
Nigga, you was tearing that chicken up. That's a good advertisement for whatever chicken spot.
Hey, that,
Look, we can't give-
that's
we can't
Hooters,
give who
baby.
the chicken from, but
That's
that chicken
Hooters.
banging though.
That's Hooters.
Okay, shout out
Yeah,
to
we
Hot
can't tell
Wayne.
them that-
Hot Wayne said that chicken looks fire. You need to be
That
door
chicken
dashing
wet.
that city to city. Goddamn.
We talk.
Bust down on chicken, yo.
We talking real talk, and they talking about damn that chicken look good. That chicken look busted.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Ice Cube and Bun B looking dude. So I guess that's me.
Appreciate it. I'll take it. Look, but
Ice Cube?
Yeah, Ice Cube.
That's the light.
Oh my God.
You.
Oh my God. Word
look,
up.
Ice
Word
Cube
up.
is
Now
new
he
to
making
you.
a butt
Bun
beef.
B is not new.
Hey,
Bun B is not new.
Yeah, we've gotten into
Bun B is not
homecoming
new.
free because this look like Bun B. So that's not new.
The
Bun
bun
B is
not
not
new,
new.
but the Ice Cube,
That
Yeah.
Ice Cube one.
Yeah,
was,
yeah.
And on top of that, chasing down my doppelganger. Like Bun B, I'm chasing him down because we trying to get some of them burgers.
Hell yeah.
Yo, we want some of them burgers.
We got you.
So look, I'm trying to grow my
got you.
beard out and everything. Like, look, my celebrity twin, I'm gonna
Trio.
meet him and we're going to get some of these
We're
burgers.
gonna get
'cause I
them
hear
trill
they
burgers.
busting.
We're gonna get that shit popping.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, yo, so I wanted to get into